With the demo done and the framing well underway, this is a great time for our electrician Heath to take a look at the sort of, I guess, blank canvas for you now and start thinking about where everything goes.
It really is. This is a great time to kind of get started. We want to walk through at this point with the homeowner, the builder, the architect, and really kind of lay out what we're going to do for the lighting. While we might have some ideas and have them on the plans, it may not work in the field once we see what the actual framing is.
Right. And if we have to make changes, like think about them now, right?
Right. I mean, think about it. We're in the kitchen, one of the most important places to get the lighting right. We want our lighting centered on cabinets, refrigerator, also the correct distance off the wall in front of these cabinets.
And we got a ton of framing in the ceiling, so you guys are going to have to sort of dance around that. And what are we dancing with, Heath? What are we looking at for options?
So we have the conventional housing we'd installed quite a bit before. We're kind of getting away from those now.
Yep.
A regular recessed housing with a regular recessed trim.
Yeah, so, I mean, literally a big housing.
A big housing, yeah.
Wiring in the back, and then your fixture goes right in there.
The advantage is the recessed light trim that goes in there, the light source is further up, so it's not quite as much in your face, and you can change trims out to different styles if you need them.
Right.
But you're limited on working space and where you can really install them.
So this one was set in there, and this is that recess point you're talking about.
Correct.
Because with the ceiling height there, that's down below it.
Right.
We're set up into it, I guess. All right, so if this is sort of, you know, a traditional or conventional, what are we looking at for new options?
For newer options, we can do something like this.
What? What the heck is that?
So that's a wafer. So it's self-contained LED. It simply gets this driver that goes with it, but it can fit in a lot more locations.
You're not kidding, huh?
Yeah.
But that thing's not even half an inch thick.
It's the thickness of the drywall. It's great.
All right, that's awesome. And then this is the light right here.
It is, and the light's a little lower, not quite like that, but
You said this one goes up about an inch away from the ceiling plane. This one,
Right.
however, is flat.
so it's flat. So it's a little more of a glare, a little more in your face, but you do get more lighting spread out of it.
Yeah.
Where it's not so far up, it's not as focused down, it does spread out a little bit wider. A very budget-friendly, very flexible option.
Okay, and then this guy?
And this is kind of what we're leaning towards. Same idea as that, installs the same way, still uses a separate driver.
Yeah.
It doesn't need that whole housing, needs a little more room, but gives you a little more option.
So this one you can actually point around, so.
Right. And the light source is actually a little further back in that one as well, kind of like the regular recessed housing.
So if they don't have a big box to screw into, to attach to, how are these actually getting fastened to the ceiling, or I guess to the joist or what have you?
So you can do a couple of things. They make a rough-in bracket, which is just a metal bracket with a hole that whoever's doing the drywall would simply cut that out. Or you can put the wire up there, and after the fact, when you have everything lined up and you know exactly where you want to go, you can take a hole saw, cut the hole, grab the wire, and install it. So it's simple as, if we had this hole cut,
That's our ceiling.
we'd install that box, slide this in.
So you got little spring clamps on the side there?
That's it, just two little spring clamps. You'd snap it in, it's done.
Pretty neat, huh?
That's awesome.
And a lot more flexibility as far as location.
And it doesn't need the housing behind it, but we can still put it near insulation and stuff like that?
That's, a lot of them are rated IC, in contact with insulation.
So that's going to give you a lot of options, Charlie, right?
A lot of options. So over here, Kevin, we have our wall of cabinets. Our refrigerator goes here. Our edge of countertop comes to here, just inside of this joist bay here.
Yeah.
So we have an open bay here that housing would actually work.
So that big one would actually fit in there.
It would. We could literally come right down and it would work, but it doesn't work everywhere. For example, over here, we have a center where the kitchen sink goes. Lines right up. Will not work here.
So if you had to use this, that means cutting the joist, framing around it, boxing it out, and then maybe having to do that 5 or 6 more times.
At least. So this is
Okay.
why we're really loving this option here. So both of these gives us tons of flexibility. This wafer one, the thin one,
This is, I mean, look, I mean, that would go, well, let me just put it right here. That can go right to the joist right there.
that's right, it really takes the distance for the strapping thickness.
That is perfect right there.
And this other one, we can get real tight also.
Couldn't put that one right on the joist, but you could put it a lot closer than the big housing.
Gives us a lot more flexibility throughout the entire kitchen.
Gotcha. Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button. Make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.